What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Colby, also known as Patriots Global, back here with another video, continuing on the prospect breakdowns for each player that the Patriots have in their 2024 draft class. Of course, please make sure you guys go ahead and check out the rest of these prospect breakdowns. We're doing in each individual video on every single player. Takes up a lot of time, takes up a lot of homework. So it would mean the world to me if you guys shared the video, liked the video, and checked out all of the breakdowns. We have one for every single selection in order from first round to 7 rounds. And we have a playlist for all of those videos too. So today we're going to be talking about 6th round. The Patriots finally go defense, going Marcellas dial. And let's just break this one down. Hey man, look, if you wanted the Patriots to have a very offensive center draft, that's exactly what you got, because, spoiler alert, Marcellas Dial is the only defensive player that the Patriots took in their entire 2024 draft class. I'm a big fan that they went cornerback. I've been saying the entire process that cornerback needs more help than people are understanding. Yes, you got Christian Gonzalez in the first round last year. Yes, I love the pick. Yes, I love Gonzo. Yes, it was the right pick. But at the end of the day, he was still a rookie, right? He played 4 games, season-ending injury. We don't know what he's going to be still. Jonathan Jones in his 30s, also constantly dealing with injuries, which are plaguing him, keeping him out of games every single year. And he's also in contract year. Marcus Jones, more of a slot corner. If that's where the Patriots decided to play him, he also was coming off of a season-ending injury. You need depth, especially at outside corner. And man, let me tell you, I wish the Patriots traded back into the 5th round, because both of my guys were still there in the 5th round. As you guys know, the Patriots, they didn't have a 5th round pick because of the trade that they had in the 2nd round with the Chargers, where the Patriots basically just swapped 4th and 5th round picks with the Chargers. The Chargers get Cam Hart. I believe it was the Chargers who got Cam Hart, actually. And actually, now that I think of it, I think the Chargers got Cam Hart with the Patriots pick. That makes it hurt that much more. But Cam Hart goes in the 5th round, and Nehemiah Pritchett also goes in the 5th round. 2 great outside perimeter developmental cornerbacks that I really liked for the Patriots. Marcellas Dial, I could see why the Patriots would go with him. He's a different style of wide receiver. What am I talking about? Different style cornerback that the Patriots are kind of looking for. He's more of a ball hawk. He's not that big outside, shut down, technically sound cornerback who's going to take a wide receiver out of the game. He's, again, a guy who's more of a ball hawk. I don't want to say the Patriots pushed on this pick because it's the 6th round. At the end of the day, I don't really think you can push for a player in the 6th round. You're basically just trying to get a guy that you're not going to have to compete for as a UDFA. With that being said, Marcellas Dial was expected to be a 7th round pick to UDFA. So I guess take with that what you will, as they're getting him in the beginning of the 6th. One of the things that I don't like about this pick is the size, okay? Why are we not going size at cornerback? That's one of my biggest questions. You know, Christian Gonzalez is really the biggest cornerback you have. I think he's 6 foot, 6'1". But other than that, I mean, yeah, you got Sean Wade, who's also in the 6 foot range, but you got Jonathan Jones, you got Marcus Jones. All of your other true starting cornerbacks sit in that 5 foot range, and that's what Marcellas Dial also is. Now, I've heard him clocked in at 5'11" to 5'10", but I've also seen him on NFL Network being clocked in at 6 foot. So nobody knows exactly what his height is, but it is somewhere between 5'10" to 6 foot. So isn't really going to bring height to cornerback, but he does have the speed to still play in the slot or play on the outside, as he ran a 4.46 40-yard dash. Now, NFL Network does have him graded overall as a candidate for bottom of the roster or practice squad. Now, like I said, his play style is considered ball hawk. He led South Carolina in pass breakups in each of the last 2 seasons. He had 31 pass breakups over the last 3 seasons, which I will say that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. But again, how is he going to translate to the NFL level, right? Like, are you still going to be able to make those types of plays as you transition? I think that is the question. But he is considered to be a developmental man corner who, again, can play on the outside. So he fits the Patriot scheme, right? They do need ball hawk. Like I mentioned, they have those shutdown guys, but they also need speed at cornerback. They're getting speed at cornerback. He fits that exact mold that the Patriots like in their cornerbacks. Those fast guys who can man up with these faster receivers, because keep in mind, the Patriots are in the AFC East. They do have to face Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle alone twice a year, but also having a guy who maybe can make more plays on the ball and not necessarily shut down a receiver and maybe give opportunities back to the offense a little bit more. But we know the Patriots like to play man-to-man defense pretty much exclusively. They kind of switched to more zone last year. That came down to injuries, and that's kind of because they had to. They like to play man-to-man 80% of the time at. He's also super physical, which you do like in their corners, and New England has always loved in their corners. The issues with him do come down to he is not technically sound whatsoever. All of his issues are mainly coming from a technical standpoint, which I guess you could look as a positive, because if it is technical, a lot of times those things can be coached out. You can't coach being a ball hawk, instincts, speed, and it does seem like he is a guy that has all of those. One of the bigger problems, too, though, is that he is not good against the run, and he does not provide much support in the run game also. That is something that the Pats do view very highly if you are going to consistently get in the rotation. So we'll have to see if that's something that they'll ultimately be able to coach up and get into him also. Right now, I would say that this is probably on the level of what the Patriots did last year between Amir Speed and Isaiah Bolden. You know, he's going to come in and essentially just have to compete for that final roster spot that the Patriots have at cornerback, whether that's on outside, whether that's on perimeter, kind of maybe serving in that Miles Bryant replacement role. There's a lot of guys who are going to compete for that. In fact, let's actually pull up the Patriots. So looking in at the Patriots' current depth chart at cornerback, you can see that you have Christian Gonzalez and Jonathan Jones currently slated as your starters. Behind Christian Gonzalez, you have Marcus Jones. We talked about Marco Wilson, another small, fast, but physically gifted cornerback who has shown potential, but very, very inconsistent. He's going to kind of compete with the same job here as Marcellas Dial. Alex Austin, who showed a lot of promise as kind of that bigger outside perimeter cornerback. He's a guy that I think will compete to be opposite of Christian Gonzalez. And then Jonathan Jones, like we mentioned, Sean Wade, like we mentioned. I mean, he showed promise each and every single year that he's developed, but how many years is he going to be here till the Patriots just kind of cut ties and say, you know what, you're just not really what we need? Obviously, having the rookie Marcellus Dow here, and then Isaiah Bolden, who 7th-round pick last year, really showed a lot of promise for the Patriots, but ended up dealing with that injury in the preseason. We'll have to see how he ultimately comes back from that. But that is going to be your breakdown on Marcellus Dow, the only defensive piece that the Patriots added here to the 2024 draft class. UDFAs are, I'm sure, going to be coming up pretty quick, either today or tomorrow. And I'll be curious to see just how much is defensive compared to what it is offensive. A lot of roster spots still to fill. And with them only going one defensive piece, I could see a lot of defensive UDFAs coming in compared to offensive UDFAs. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a big like on this video. Check out the other prospect breakdowns. But of course, never forget, go Pats.